So this is a tutorial to help those of you who use Sibelius, and if you make the mistake of clicking on a blank template before actually getting to select the actual template that you want, or before you actually get to set that blank template to all the instruments that you would like to include and the necessary information such as the title, subtitle, composer, and so on, right? So let's say you make the mistake of double clicking on this blank template, right? And you're asking yourself, okay, so the information isn't here that I want because it's a pretty much a blank page. What do I do? Your first option is you could actually close it off and go back to that main menu there and select the template that you want. Or the next option is to just add everything right here. So how do you go ahead and add things? Well, the first thing that you will need to do here is to add the instruments. Now, to add the instruments, all you need to do is press the letter I on your keyboard. Now, when you press the letter I, this is what comes up. All right. If you can't find the instruments that you would like to use, because most of them are categorized, you could just search for it right here. In this case, let's just say we would like to do a quartet with steel instruments. So I will just search for steel, and this is what comes up. All right. Now, this one is the treble clef, and this one has to do with the bass clef. So as I said, I'm doing a quartet, and I want to add 2 of the treble clef, and then 2 of the bass clef, and that's added there. Right. Once everything is set here, you just go ahead and you click OK. And when you click OK, the instruments, as you can see, have been added. Right. Now the next thing that you need to do here is let's include a title. So you right click, you go to text, and then you select right here that says title. Now when you select that, you see the arrow is blue. You just click right there, and there you have the cursor that is up, and you type in whatever your title is. Let's call this tutorial 2. Now, if you want to add a subtitle, you can do the same thing. Right click, text, say subtitle, and the subtitle goes here. You see the cursor is blue, so you just click on it and just call it subtitle. Right? Now, after that, you would need to include, like, if you're a composer or an arranger or so forth, you can and should include that. So you do the same thing, right click again, you go to text, you click composer, and it goes on this side, right? For now, you can say Jane Doe as the composer. The next thing that you would need to do as well is let's select a key signature. Well, right now you could say that the key signature is in C major or A minor, but let's say we want to change the key. You look at your keyboard again and you press the letter K, and K is for key. Alright, so let's just go ahead and we can select that we want G major. Now when we select G major, we just click it. You see the cursor is blue, you just click right there and it will add it for you. Alright, now we don't have a time signature. How do we include a time signature? Well, simple. You just press T on your keyboard for options in your time signature. And we will just select 4/4 and click, and that has been added there. Alright, now if you want to change this key signature or time signature, you just go back to key and we could say, alright, we no longer want G major, we want D major. Changes. We no longer want the time signature to be 4/4, but how about cut time? Alright, and we changed it there to cut time. Now the next thing that you will need to do, you at least need to include some sort of copyright here. So how do you do that? Right click once again, you go to text, right? But this time you're not seeing it here. What you need to do is come down to other system text, and there you have it, copyright. Now when you click this copyright, you come to the bottom here and you press there. your cursor is there. So you start to type. Now, how do you get the copyright symbol? It's simple. You hold Control Shift and press the letter C, right? Control Shift C, and there you have your copyright symbol. And you're gonna say 2021 Jane Doe, all rights reserved. All right, and that's how you add your copyright there. Okay, so your template is pretty much looking nice now because you have all of the necessary information that should be there. Now, if it's not an original composition, all right, and let's say you're arranging something, you're gonna put the composer's name at the top. All right, and then all you need to do is double click again, press enter, and then you're gonna say arranged by Abby James, all right, or whatever it is. Okay, so the top here would be a composer, and then this would be who actually arranged it. Now, if you need to include who the lyricist is, when you right click and you go to text, right, you'll see that you have that option there. Now, the next thing that you need to do, we would need to actually set a tempo. So how do you go ahead and set your tempo? Now, you could right click, all right, and you come into here and you say, all right, go to tempo, or you could actually just use the shortcut. All right, but let's say we click tempo and we come here. What type of tempo do we want here? All right, you can just right click and your options would be presented to you. All right, so you can just say for now we would like it to be andante. Now, after that, let's say you notice you're not seeing my keypad or anything like that, right? What you can do is just you go to view and you go to panels actually, all right, and you select what it is that you want, because you want to start adding pitches. All right, so you do your keypad and you have that option there. All right, if you want to play it and stop it, there are other shortcuts, but a simple one, you could just go to the transport and you have everything here. All right, and if you wish to slow down the tempo, you could adjust this to do so. All right, now with regards to labeling the instruments, you could find that in the first video as to how you can go ahead and do that. All right, but this is pretty much learning how to add the instruments and add a title, subtitle, composer or arranger, tempo marking, and your copyright information here. All right, so I hope this video helped you all to understand how to add the necessary information to a blank template.